What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to, what is this, our third or fourth show now already?
That's a lot, dude.
Oakland race recap.
Doubling up.
Yeah, I am Chase.
I'm Christian.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. Always good.
We are the SXperts here for our race recap of Oakland. Thank you to everyone that is already tuning in. Jay Sand, you are pumped up to hear the 7 Deuce Deuce.
Yep, good to see Jay Sand in there. Steve Brinkert, Dr. JB, who hooked it up with this week's lap chart.
Ooh, that is a good hookup. So, yeah, Adam Enticknap is going to be calling in. You do not want to miss that. If you watch the highlight reel, if you saw the LCQ for 450s, that was a lot of the buzz. So we're just going to let Adam tell his side of the story when he gets on the phone. I'm pretty excited for that.
That was the best race of the season, in my opinion. I mean, it was crazy start to finish everywhere you look.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all the LCQs are always so much fun to watch. But anyway, well, before we dive into that, though, let's just talk about why you want to be playing fantasy one more time. I know we can do it a lot, but
there's still time to get in, too.
There is. Did you see the meme about dropping your lowest points at the end of the year?
Yeah, that was
If you guys haven't yet, you've got to join the Discord.
Yeah.
Myself, Christian, and I are on there. We're always talking back and forth during the races. The memes are fantastic. So the link is in the description of this video. So join the Discord. Christian, where do you go? Tell these people where they can go to make memes. A lot of people probably don't know how to do that.
Search out meme generator.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard, really. You can do it on your phone.
There's a lot of free templates. If you want to pay, you could pay to get access to all of them. But I went on there. I made my first meme, and I posted it. Here it is right here. And it was about Adam.
Look at it go.
It could be better, but
I thought it was pretty good.
I just felt like I had to do one, right?
That was pretty good.
But anyway, so yeah, we love the memes as well. This one's pretty good. Stank Dog.
Yeah, Billy Reed's always coming in hot with the best memes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there are some good ones. So we're gonna go. We'll show those. If you post a good meme, we're gonna share them on the show because it's one of our favorite things to look at throughout the whole night. But anyway, we give away over $100,000 worth of prizes. Remember, we do drop your lowest score at the end of the year. Even though we were going into round 3, even if you missed round 1, that means you've only missed technically one round. And if you have a really good year, hey, you can still win a grand prize. We do the 100 weekly prizes as well.
There's nothing to lose.
Nope.
I mean, there's no whether your picks are good, bad, you do. It's all for fun. It's completely free.
Yep.
And it makes watching the races that much better. So anybody that doesn't do, I don't understand. Get in there and give yourself a chance to win and talk crap to your friends.
Yeah, premix and pedals, that is a good question. We're going to hear Adam's side on that. Anyway, results-wise, here we go. We got Jason Anderson. Stoked to see that guy get back on the box. It was his first win in, I believe, 47 races.
I mean, that was impressive, too.
Aaron Plessinger, who honestly was the biggest surprise of the week for me.
Came out of nowhere.
After last week, Anaheim won. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but looked like a new rider. And then we had old Justin Barsha, so it was now the red points holder. So forgive us for not having a red plate for Justin. Our printer and our graphics department was not working this morning, but we'll have one. But Justin Barsha, your new points leader, he got another podium, so back-to-back thirds.
He started in 5th and finished in 3rd in both rounds.
There you go. Eli Tomac had a good ride. He finished in 4th. Again, the Blue Crew, him and Ferrandis, just not ripping off the starts that you need to. Ferrandis looked good.
I mean, Ferrandis started 13th.
And he worked his way up, but with this field, you're just not going to do it.
Well, it's easy to pass guys from 13 to 6th, but try doing that from 6th to 3rd even, you know what I mean? So
tough. And then Malcolm Stewart finishing 5th, and then rounding out, my only pick correct was Max Anstey with the wild card. Look at the lap chart here. Again, thank you to
Dr. JB
for actually getting this over to us. This is awesome to see. So, obviously, Adam Sancerulo is ripping off some starts and then dropping. Shane McElrath.
Not only ripping off starts, he was like way out there.
Yeah, he has the speed. A healthy Adam Sancerulo is getting 2 podiums probably in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Shane McElrath. Kind of some questions with that. We don't know exactly what's going on there. I don't know. Obviously, the starts are dialed. He's got the pace for the first few laps. I don't know if it's just a fitness thing at this point, but
I like seeing him up there.
Yeah, but really the one rider who honestly moved up was Ferrandis.
He did, but it's like I said, once he got up there, I mean, he was up to 6 by lap 11, and
I know,
and then that was it.
It's tough, man. But he got past Webb, he got past Muscan, so he's riding good. Him and Tomac just need to get starts, and those two are both going to be on the podium.
Yeah.
But overall. All right, Christian, player stats. You've got him there. Let's talk about average points and everything for the week. What do we have?
Average points was 22.13, so a little down from last week. Still no perfect scores, obviously. No one even got 5 right, but 44.5% got at least one pick right. So as bad as it looked, the fantasy players did okay.
Quite a few people had Anstey.
A lot of people picked Anstey 15%. The only rider that got picked in the wild card more than him was Bogle at a little over 15. So
yeah.
But Cooper Webb, 33% had him picked to win.
Yeah. And
Jason Anderson, less than 1%.
Really?
Less than 1%.
The thing is with Webb not winning, that's fine. I guess he said he was sick. People are saying that Webb was pretty sick all week. That's why he didn't maybe have the best day. I look for Webb to have a rebound. I'm pretty sure he won San Diego the last time we raced there. So, I've got
the results have been so like shook
I'm not
up.
Stressed.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad round in the first 2 rounds. You're gonna be okay.
All right. Well, look. So those are some of the stats. Now, overall leaderboard. Let's see. GVP Jared is leading the way right now.
Teach us the ways.
Teach us your way. Picks. I mean, the leaderboard, these guys are up there. We got Roy Rides in second place, and we got Mach 111R in third. There is the leaderboard. Remember, you guys can see the leaderboard anytime during the season. You can see the weekly. And
the group leaderboards are heating up.
When you're in your group, you just scroll to your score. You can see that easily. Weekly prizes, we got them on there as well, the people that won. So congrats to M to Peter, maybe. Cylinder Works. He got the Cylinder Works spending spree.
All I know is the SXperts group. I think we have 4 people that are in the top 100 overall.
That's right.
So
yeah, Oldie Goody, Kadcha, ACK 9258. A lot of people in the weekly prizes. Congratulations. What was the top score you said? What was the highest anyone scored? Do we have that?
Last week?
Yeah, from Oakland. Do we have the highest score?
It was in the 90s.
92 points. That was the M to Peter.
Oh, 92 points. That's freaking impressive.
I mean, we're at over 95,000 people playing, so there's going to be some people
break
doing
the 100,000 barrier.
Yep, that's the goal.
All right, well, look, let's get into some race highlights. We got a lot of them.
You got a lot.
And they started in qualifying this week. Let's go into it. So Ken Roxon crashes in the whoops, and his teammate runs his head over.
Dude, that was bad. That was scary.
That was really bad.
I had to bump him down the list after that as well.
Yeah, I took him out of my top 5 after that. Because remember the stat that we gave last week, if Roxon's not first or second, he's typically not in the podium. Mm-hmm. So I took him out.
Well, when he was after this back at the starting gate holding his shoulder and all that was it for me.
Yeah, he was up there in the main, but then he went down again, which will show that. But also, how about Jason Anderson's crash? Did everyone see that?
This one was wild,
Oh, my gosh. You can let off the gas.
Wee.
He's lucky to walk away from that. That was brutal. I wonder what it's like to go down like that in qualifying and then just have everyone looking at you.
I don't know. He probably just used to it and don't even care.
Don't even care. Get back up. Well, he backed it up because he went and won. Let's see here. Christian Craig dominates the heat race and then goes on to win. But I guess the real winner was Jared Stanky.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Old Stank Dog. The only one, I think this is the first time that a 2-stroke has made the 250 main since 2008,
so
I believe.
I wish I would have been there to see the old heads once they started hearing that out there, just perking up, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Were you guys surprised to see Stank Dog make it in? I mean, here's who I would not want to be. The guy that's behind him in this heat race. Here he is celebrating. Because hear me out. If you're the guy...
That's pretty awesome.
Everyone knows that the 125 2-stroke compared to the 254 stroke is a huge disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Horsepower-wise, torque-wise, everything.
Yeah, and he's a good dude.
And if you're the guy, though, that is behind Stank Dog and you're 10th place in the heat race and you can't catch and pass a guy who is at a clear disadvantage with your motorcycle, I'd be pretty bummed out about that.
Yeah, probably.
That was kind of what I was thinking about. I don't know. How about Malcolm Stewart taking out a tough block in his heat race? He took a lesson from Jason Anderson.
I love the flagger guy, dude. This is like the flagger of the year. Look at this man. He just gets out there. You didn't get it all? Oh, if you go watch that, he is out there, dude. Yeah, just going that extra mile. He wanted it.
Mookie's crash again. That was another thing where it's like, dude, you got to be smart. I mean, I know he obviously didn't mean to do that, but got to be careful, man. Something like that could easily take you out of the heat race.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Anstey just running it in deep. Boom. Last corner.
Yeah. I think that kind of set the stage for old Brees.
Oh, that's right. That was Brees.
I think that kind of set the stage. I mean, he was getting pushed around. I knew right there that he's not going to be happy.
Oh, my gosh.
Something might come out of that.
I forgot that it was Anstey that took. That is a terrible night of racing.
That's setting it up right there. I mean, I would be pretty pissed. But good on Max. You got to do what you got to do, dude. You don't want to go to LCQ.
That is good. Let's see. Tomac won his heat race, and he was the fastest qualifier. I'll tell you what, I was
a lot of people taking the bait.
I was a little worried that he didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't
either, but it was tough. I wanted to.
But you know what? When that start came around, he started about 8th place. I wasn't too stressed about it.
It was like a group thing. Everybody's texting me, are you going to pick Tomac? It was like nobody wanted to do it until someone else did.
Oh, my gosh. Breeze, public enemy number 1, says Joe.
No. I don't know about that.
Well, all right. Well, how about this? So let's get into him, and then we're going to talk to Adam Enticknap about it. Let's show how this all went down. Adam Enticknap's behind Breeze. What do you guys think of this pass? Comment.
I mean, it's there.
I mean, runs it in deep, but it's not.
I don't
there's
see
no
anything
takeout.
over the top. Nothing wrong.
What do you guys think? I loved it, says Jason Riddle. Yeah, I
it's
think
the
Adam.
LCQ.
Yeah, and it's for the last transfer spot. And
it could have been a lot worse, as we'll see.
Yeah. So this is Adam passing Breeze. Now if you go, clean passes from Frozen Gumwad. Absolutely. Here's Breeze.
Oh.
That's a deliberate takeout. You can tell me a million times that is a deliberate takeout.
It's not going to help your popularity when anyone does anything bad to the 7 deuce.
Jason says it was a perfect pass from Adam, and then this happens. Like,
it's
what?
Just, I just feel like there's unwritten rules, off-limit things, and taking the 7 deuce out is one of them.
Yeah, I don't know. That was not so clean. I don't know. All right, so this happens, but then the funny part, and Breeze made a post talking about karma, I think talking about his and Adam's. But after this happens, Adam's rolling around the track. Apparently, Breeze at this point had broken his rear brake wasn't working.
Something was up.
So then what happens is he comes around later on. Adam's just rolling around the track. I think a lot of us thought Adam was waiting for him to come by. And Breeze does this.
Oh, I was starting to feel bad for him.
What is Adam doing? He's like throwing his hand up like, look at this guy. Get him off the track. I don't know what he was thinking.
I started to feel bad at that point. I really did.
Josh Prowse, man behind the camera. Josh, what do you think Adam is thinking right now?
I think, yeah, man, he's probably just like, dude, this guy's a squid. But then I think, after watching it back, you can tell he's kind of waving his hand to make sure people behind know that he's down.
Is he?
I think, yeah, like I think he's kind of like saying, hey,
yeah, that's
he's down. Like, but at the same time, he's just like, this dude.
He's like, this dude just cleaned me out. And, oh, gosh, dude. It's just the irony of it all.
When you make a mistake in front of a lot of people and then it keeps compounding, I just feel bad.
But
I feel bad for him. I really
what are the chances, though, that he does that in front of Adam? Anyway, so Breece does this, and then later on in the same race, Breece is going full Mookie send into the whoop section to try and pass for the LCQ to get the last qualifying
Oh, dude, you forgot about Gardner right after Breece goes down.
Casey.
Gardner, watch Gardner hit the little double on the red bike right here. Whoop. If you listen to the noise, it's like pure panic rev. And then Breece does this in the whoop section at the very end of the LCQ, trying to pass 2 guys.
Dude, this was scary. This one scared me.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't like watching that at all.
And then Breece throws up his hands to the crowd like, I don't know.
Hey, he got his name in the headlines.
Here's the thing, though. If Breece is still on his motorcycle at the end of that whoop section.
Well, then that. I mean, the whole race was just insane.
I know. But here's the thing, though. If Breece is still on his bike right here, he is T-boning those 2. He will literally split them in half.
And then,
there is no stopping. Like, look how.
Oh my gosh. I'm just glad he's okay.
Meanwhile, Cross and this other guy have no idea what is happening behind them. Oh,
if you want to see someone excited after a race, go watch Joanne Cross when he makes a main. That was his second main ever. He pulls off, was like losing his mind. I thought he was going to ghost ride the bike.
Look at that. Johnny Oa does Nations 125. He beat the 500 world champ. That's awesome. Breece was a madman.
I say give him the benefit of the doubt. It just was a bad decision that compounded. I say move on.
For our entertainment, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're not going to help your popularity doing anything 7 deuce.
That's true. All right, what other highlights with it? So Mumford, the whoops claimed a lot of people. Mumford went down in the whoops.
I mean, wasn't that about where Roxon did too?
Roxon, I don't know, practice, yeah. Same whoop section, I believe. Mumford goes Shimoda crashed in the whoops and did a full front flip.
Some of his were scary too.
This guy, he got really lucky right here.
This is like freestyle looking stuff.
Like,
I think it's crazy how fast he tries to get back on the bike right there.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, dude, you just did a front flip.
And
take a breath.
Did not have any
That's pure adrenaline.
It is. He got lucky. It's all right.
I'm just glad he's okay. That one scared me too.
We do have the crash of Roxon going down in the whoops in the main event. just a rough night for Kenny. The real question is, how does he bounce back from this?
I think he's going to be fine.
Okay.
I do.
I hope so.
Watch on the second part of the replay. Watch how violent it is right there. That last little kick.
Boom. Done.
Yeah, our tough blocks had the night off.
He wasn't, yeah. This one right there, he was not expecting that. That's a bummer. But what's good, though, is that Kenny, even though he finished outside the top 10, Webb got a mediocre 7th. You had Anderson and Plessinger up top. So the points has stayed
tight.
very, very tight, which is really good to see.
I like that.
Oh, Anderson passing for the lead, getting AC. I feel like AC kind of obviously wasn't going to put up too much of a fight. I think he was stoked to see his teammate get it. Yeah. And he knows he's not going to stay up there, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what happened to Sexton? Chase Sexton was up there. How stoked are you for Anderson, though?
Dude, I was loving it.
Yeah.
He's such a good guy. I don't know. I like to see him do good.
Well, look, he shut a lot of people up, too. He proved that he trains. Mm-hmm. He's in shape because he maintained the pace.
He's older. I like the old guys doing it.
Yeah, he crushed it. Yeah. Other than that, a couple things. Look at this picture we have of Joe Shimoda doing a front flip. We got that up there, Josh?
I don't have that, actually.
Oh, we'll have to show it. We'll post it somewhere.
The Supercross account shared it. It was pretty wild. Put it in perspective.
Yeah, it's something you need to know as far as this coming race is Savachi. Unfortunately, sounds like he tore his ACL.
I just found out about that this morning.
Yeah, same. Practice crash, tore his ACL. Still going to race, but he is a little banged up, so something to be mindful of.
I mean, his leg did not look good.
Yep.
So a tough dude out there still racing with that.
All right, well, look, the time has come. I want you guys to ask questions right now. In the comments section as we go through and we're talking to the 7 Deuce Deuce. We want to try and ask them a few questions that you guys might have. So let's see. Shadow says Sexton stalled his bike.
There you go.
So, yeah, because he dropped and nobody really knew. They didn't talk about it in the broadcast anyway.
Oh, guaranteed they yell in their helmets. Why would you not?
All right. Let's get him on the phone. Let's get Adam Enticknap. Let's talk about Ryan Brees because I'm excited.
He's going to stir it.
Heck yeah.
Just stir that pot.
Oh, it's our job.
Yo.
The 7 Deuce Deuce.
What up?
What's going on, man? How you been?
Dude, same thing, different day.
Absolutely.
New papa, though.
Yeah? How's the baby?
Yeah.
How's the
Congrats
fan life?
on that.
Dude, the baby's freaking awesome, bro.
How good is fatherhood?
Dude, it's pretty cool, especially because, like, everybody kind of, like, scared me a little bit. It's like I wasn't going to get any sleep, and he's been awesome. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, one kid you can put to sleep easy. It's when you start getting more than one.
Well, look, Adam, we're not going to sugarcoat this. You were on unfortunately, the wrong end of a lot of drama Saturday night. A lot of entertainment. So we just want to hear it from your end, from the time you passed Brees. I guess people want to know, is there any other beef? Because I'll just say it real quick. Judging from your pass on him, I didn't see anything wrong with it, and it lit a fire under his butt, obviously. So just walk us through that whole process, what you were thinking when he crashed right in front of you. Then he crashes in the whoops, trying to make the pass at the very end of the LCQ. Just walk us through the whole story.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into it too much. I'm gonna make a statement tomorrow, but I mean, as far as the first pass went, I don't even like. If you watch the video, I don't even think I actually touched him.
He cut down.
Yeah, well, he made a mistake coming out of the whoops. If you really watch my pass on him, his rear end got kicked out, and then his foot kind of like sticks out, and then he slides.
Okay, yeah.
And then he hits the bottom of the berm, and then I think that stands him up. And then I put the brakes on like really, really extra hard. And you'll see my front end almost tuck.
We're watching it right now.
To try to miss him so that I don't hit him. Mm-hmm. And I think his stand-up was all on his own from kind of swapping out the rear end coming out the whoop.
Okay.
Because he made a mistake and it like bumped out, and I think he slid into the bottom of the berm, and then that kind of stood him up. So like I physically don't remember even touching Ryan with that pass.
Okay.
You know, as far as everything else goes, I'm going to make a statement and do a little video tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I think the only thing that I regret in the whole thing was probably fist pumping afterwards. You know, that was definitely unsportsmanlike of me, you know, but it was in the moment. And
wait, so you were fist pumping?
Yeah. Like I was throwing my hand up, like, you know, in a way of like, wow, I can't believe you just did that. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's what
emotions
I thought.
were high.
I thought it was
You know what I
like,
mean?
who
And,
is this guy?
I was so mad, in the moment
Mm-hmm.
that, like, when I seen him come by, I just threw my hand up. I'm like, damn, bro, like, if you're gonna do that to me, finish the job and make it to the main.
Did well, after you passed him, was there any thought in the back of your mind that he might be coming for an aggressive pass back? Or in your head, were you thinking that was a clean pass?
No.
If he gets me, it's not going to be a takeout, right?
No, you guys can tell, dude. I wasn't expecting it. There was no expectation whatsoever of him making that move again on me.
You know what it reminds me of? You remember when Chad Reed took out Trey Kennard after Kennard landed on him?
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that wasn't near as bad though, because that was like slow, and
Right.
Chad just kind of like slowly ran him off the track.
Yeah. We're watching the replay right now. I mean, you're lucky you didn't get hurt. I'm sorry, but it was bad.
That was kind of my thing, is like I'm a little jacked up from it, and I kind of jacked up my rib cage a little bit on my left side, and I've been having a tough time like sleeping. But I mean, I don't know. I'll say more on it tomorrow. I'm not happy about it, and I'm sure he probably regrets it.
Sure.
So I mean, you'll see tomorrow.
Okay. Well, hey, give us your thoughts so far in the season, both for you, and is there anything else that you've seen that maybe was a shocker for you? Is there anything, did you think Anderson was going to win in their first two races on Cowie, or like, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think anybody did. I mean, personally, I don't think there wasn't very many people around. Like, obviously preseason, Anderson looked really good, but man, it's so hard to tell at the practice track. You have no idea.
Right.
Because dude, like the whole thing, like even with Kenny, like, and all those top guys, they always look really good, at the practice track. Those guys know how to spin laps. They've all done it. But there's just so many things that have to go your way in this sport nowadays because everybody's so close together. But there's obviously guys that have, a different motivation, a different edge year to year, and you can see that edge. And I think one of the guys that has that this year is definitely Jason Anderson. He's got a chip on his shoulder. I'm sure Kawasaki has a chip on their shoulder. We all don't really know how they parted ways with Eli, and I'm sure they want to have a guy that's going to win the championship, or hence it's always better. It's always nice to have somebody come onto your team and then beat the guy that you just got rid of or just went to a different team. There's hard feelings there, no matter what you want to say. Obviously, it's business, and it was a mutual agreement supposedly, but there's always that drive to beat that guy that you're either not teammates with now or left or whatever you want to call it. So, as far as that goes, I definitely see Jason Anderson winning more. He just looked so comfortable on that bike. And then I think another thing that helped him out a lot was when I saw Adam Cincerillo in front of him get that good start.
Yeah.
And then him out front, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's going to let him by, because I just felt like, Adam knows himself inside right now. He knows he doesn't have what it takes to put in a solid 20. So he was like, okay, Jason, you can make a clean pass, get by, and then I'm going to try to ride the best I can. If I catch you, then I catch you. If not, I'm just going to try to ride the best that I can with the separated shoulder that I have. So, I definitely expect Jason to be top three, from here on out, especially after how dominant he was this weekend against, all the guys. And it was definitely one of those showings where, like, he was the fastest guy. There was no doubt about it. It was not like, the thing about that race win, I think, for Anderson that was so special was that he was the fastest and he got his job done. And you could just see it in his riding style versus, something happened, somebody made a mistake, or the fastest guy didn't get the start and they had to work through their pack and they only got third, or like Cooper Webb was in fifth, made his way up to second, almost got Anderson on the last lap. There was none of that going on. Anderson had command of the race from the very beginning. He was the fastest guy on the track, and he was putting the lap times and the laps in consistently and perfectly, and nobody had anything for him. He had total control of that race. So that's just like a whole new level of confidence. You know,
Yeah.
it's a different thing when you're out front and you win, but you had to fight for every inch, and there was a guy that was faster that didn't quite have the break that you had at the start and, you know, had to make up for it. So Anderson has to be on top of the world right now and just thinking, you know, this is my championship to lose at the moment.
Sure.
And he looks like he's having more fun now than maybe ever to me.
Yeah.
I remember that year when he got the ring.
Like, yeah, it just seems like, dude, that bike, the way they have the Cowie set up for him right now just suits his style very, very well.
Yeah, looks
you know,
good.
he rides off the back of the bike. He's kind of loose, and it just seems like that bike is a lot more planted. And I think that bike in particular is a lot better in the whoops than the Husky was, you know. And I don't think Anderson is as a precise of a rider as, say, Marvin Musquin, whatever you want to call it, where he doesn't need to turn down a lot and he doesn't do like little quick twitchy movements.
Right.
I feel like Anderson just kind of rides and slows a lot and likes to let the bike be loose, where that Cowie is more of a stability, straighter bike, and then it's very stable in the whoops, where Anderson loves that, where the bike isn't as twitchy underneath of them. So
Gotcha.
it definitely looks like that team and that bike and Jason are really gelling right now.
Well, you know what I was really happy to see, too, is from just a whole championship standpoint and guys mixing it up for Jason to get his first win this early and for AP to get his second place this early and Malcolm be a top 5 guy. Those three are on a confidence high. So now I think, you know, if you're Webb and Tomac and these established guys, now you're thinking, dude, now I've got these 3 guys who last year probably weren't even on the radar for me, but now it's like I've got 3 more guys who think they should be in top 5 every weekend, and I think it's only going to mix it up and make it tougher for these guys, you know, down the long stretch. What do you think?
I think kind of the opposite, to be honest. I think short term they're going to be a problem, but I think Cooper Webb knows in his mind that these kids need a few more years. If I'm looking at Malcolm, I absolutely love the speed and I love the improvements that Malcolm has made this year, and I really truly believe that he'll be on the podium, but I just don't think he has that built-in fitness that Cooper Webb and those top guys have.
Okay.
Like, he is a top guy. I'm not saying he's not a top guy, Malcolm, but I just don't think he has the stamina that's going to happen later in the season and later in the races that, you know, Eli Tomac, Ken Roxon, Cooper Webb, and, you know, that little group has, and Jason Anderson.
How bummed out is – yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I just think that Malcolm is going to be very good coming up here in the next 4 or 5 races, and then I think it's going to be hard for him to kind of keep that up towards the end of the season, just because he is so much newer than those guys. I think Malcolm will probably be a championship threat in 2 years if he stays on this track. Don't get me wrong. He's riding really good. And like I said, I think he's going to get some good results this season and be on the podium. But as far as like long-term for Malcolm, I think, you know, he's still 2 years away from a real championship. And I think that goes for exactly the same for Plessinger and, you know, some of those other kind of newer guys. They just don't have that full 450, you know, man lengthy stamina yet. Okay. They're going to be good in the middle of the season, but I think you're going to see some of those like almost 250F rookie-er mistakes that Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac and Anderson and Roxon and that superior group aren't going to make. You know, I was very surprised at what Kenny did this weekend. That was a big hurt, I think, in his championship. But at the same time, you know, it is a different series for him. So if you give Kenny, you know, Kenny's always been that guy that's fast at the beginning of the year, and then he's trying to knock his points to Webb.
Right.
So maybe if he's the chaser instead of the chasee, that might do him some good towards the end of the season. So we'll see.
What about Bam Bam?
That was a fun podium, though.
It was.
I mean,
It's
Anderson,
a great
Barsha,
podium.
AP. I loved it.
Dude, I really think that the podiums are going to be way mixed up, but I think the consistency is still going to come off of those veteran 450 guys.
I see what he's saying.
You know, those rookie guys are really going to be like, oh, crap, this guy had a great weekend. You know, but then the guy that had a great weekend last weekend probably won't have the best weekend this weekend. You know, it's going to be really tough for those guys to stay in it for 17 rounds and kind of be there for the championship in the end. I think they just don't have the experience to know how to do that yet, you know?
Yeah. What about Barsha? Does he finally figure it out this year? The consistency thing?
We all won't know until the 8th round. You know, right about halfway is when you're going to find out. Barsha, dude, he looks so solid on that bike, and I'm stoked for Barsha. He's riding super, super good. But unfortunately, you know, this is the Barsha that we always see. He's always really, really good at the beginning of the season, and he seems to kind of make those mistakes that we were talking about that are more rookie. And then towards the end of the season, he falls apart. He loses grasp of that championship, and then it kind of all, you know, unravels, unfortunately. You know, it's not, I mean, it doesn't unravel, but it's just out of reach for him, you know, and it's really frustrating, especially for Barsha fans, because it's just like you see him do so good, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a little mistake and this little thing, and there's this and there's that, and somehow those guys at Gas Gas have to eliminate those little mistakes, and they just have to be consistent.
Well, hopefully that's what Will Hahn can do, because that's I think why they brought him in was to help the younger generation, but I think they just, like, Barsha needed somebody who can mentally help him stay in it the whole season. So that's my opinion on that.
Just staying in it the whole season, that is like, Chase, that's like exactly the perfect thing. If you can just keep Barsha attentive for every single round and let him know that this round matters just as much as every other one, and you don't have a throwaway round anymore. You know, there's no room for that in the 450 class. Those guys are too good. Like, dude, Cooper Webb, for instance, I'm saying Cooper Webb is probably like, oh my God, that was the worst weekend in his life, and he got a 5th. You know, and it's just like, it's crazy how those guys always seem to find themselves right around that top 5 in that area every week, even on a bad week.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, Barsha, he's the only one that's podium both rounds. He's looking good.
Yeah, but Webb's the only one who's proven he can be a top 3 guy basically every round. Once he's a little bit slow sometimes starting out, but then he picks it up. I had Webb to win, let me down, but I'm going to keep him in the 1 or 2 spot in the San Diego. I think Webb is probably one of the best guys at just shaking off whatever happened the week before, and just, it's a new week, let's get it done.
Yeah, in San Diego,
he won there 2 years ago.
I'm definitely picking Anderson. Off again. I'm going to go back to back because I remember Anderson. I think it was the year that he won the championship. I can't totally remember, but I think I remember. If you guys look it up, the year that he won the championship, I think this was the first win of his season, was in San Diego. So after this win this weekend and feeling this good, coming into San Diego, I think Anderson has a great shot at winning just because he has that past confidence in this arena or this stadium. So if I'm picking Anderson again in a row to win this race, and then I think a big bounce back is Ken Roxon and Cooper Webb. So it's going to be a tough one. I would probably go Ken Roxon for second and Cooper Webb for third. Just because I think Kenny needs to make up for more and has more of an urgency to get back into this championship quickly than Cooper does. I think Cooper is in it for the long haul, and he doesn't really care as long as he's on the podium for these first 5 rounds. I don't think it's that big of a deal to him. I don't think it's a big deal to the team because they know he's going to come on towards the end of the season. So if I had to make a top 3 pick, it would be Anderson, Roxon, Webb.
I like it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hey, Adam, before we let you go, a lot of people are commenting here asking, when are we going to see some new music from you? We got any country? I've noticed a lot of rappers mashing up with country artists nowadays.
Yeah, I've actually been working on a lot of stuff. I've teamed up with a producer, TJ, and we're working on like a 6-pack of actually like more of a country style, kind of like coming back around what I did on my latest singles, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So I've been lucky to be surrounded with some good people with music, but all that stuff it'll come out probably right after the end of the season. So it'll be like more of like a summer album. It just takes a lot of work, and right now I just don't have the time, especially because these first 2 rounds I've been pretty disappointed, especially at A1 in my riding. Mm-hmm. I had a really bad off season during the summer, just a lot of struggles. And, I got coronavirus at the beginning of December. And so it was just a tough off season for me. I feel like I'm definitely starting to turn it around and just get back into the racing deal. But I got a lot of work to put in right now, especially to be where I want to be. I think this last weekend was heading in the right direction, especially in that LCQ. But unfortunately, sometimes there's some stuff that happens that's out of your control. So I just got to look forward to San Diego, try to put it in the main event, and start moving forward,
Okay.
Everybody wants you in there, no doubt. I mean,
do it for Dale.
That's what I was trying to say about Brees. I'm like, you're not going to gain any popularity doing anything to the 7 deuce deuce.
Yeah, no, I kind of, on one hand, it's like, it's just so rough because I know he's getting a lot of hate right now.
And I don't like that either.
I don't want that on anybody, but if you're willing to do that in front of everybody, it kind of is what it is. You got to learn lessons, and I definitely learned a lesson, and I think he learned a lesson, and we're just gonna have to move on.
That's all you can ask for. Everybody makes mistakes. Own up, move on. Everybody's good.
Exactly. Everybody makes mistakes. Own up. Shit, dude. I'm a dad now. I can't be on grudges. I got to make sure I'm teaching my son and setting a good example. So
everything changes after that.
And put it in,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Adam.
Awesome.
Well,
I was excited to see him up there in the LCQ too.
I know he's riding good.
I was so excited.
It was
my
a
kids
bummer.
scream every time he's up there, dude.
Yeah, so sick. I got a good start too. Actually, I was like, "Come on, baby!"
I was feeling good. I'm like, he's in there.
All right. Well,
dude,
hey man,
I thought I was.
What's up?
I thought I was in there like swimwear, boys. I was like, "Oh yeah, I got this. I'm in third." I got out of that last transfer spot. I'm not dealing with the BS. We're like halfway through this. This is no problem. Just hook on to me, Brees, and we're just gonna go and try to get out of here, and then just boom.
Dude, he was looking good over the handlebars, just looking menacing to everybody. I was loving it, dude.
Oh, dude.
Well, hey man, we wish you luck this weekend in San Diego. Get the job done for us. We're gonna be cheering you on, and thank you so much for calling in. And I guess we'll look forward to your post you got tomorrow and see what you have to say about the whole incident.
Heck yeah, I can't wait, boys. I appreciate it so much.
All right, man. Hey, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
Heck yeah, thanks for having me on, boys.
All right, we'll see you.
See ya.
There you go. Adam Enticknap.
That man.
What did he say?
He knows his stuff.
His podium. What did he say?
He said Anderson,
Roxon,
Webb.
I'm not there quite yet on Anderson repeating, but we'll talk about that in Thursday's show.
I kind of am.
All right. Well, let's not spoil anything yet, but that 450 press conference is pretty good.
It was. I mean, that was like the most entertaining podium.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's from the 7 deuce deuce. All right. So that is our recap show. You guys heard it from Adam about the whole Brees situation, but let's talk about some weekly prizes. And we've got some tickets to give away for Phoenix Supercross. If you live in Arizona, if you plan to go to Phoenix Supercross, we're going to be giving away 20 tickets. Remember, to win those, you got to comment not in the live chat, but after this video is posted, comment in the comment section how many tickets you want for that round, and hopefully you're one of the lucky winners.
It's a triple crown. I don't know why anybody around there wouldn't want to go, so
okay.
Make sure to hit Chase up.
Anderson's, so Dr. JB also said that Anderson's first win was Houston in 2018.
I just looked that up,
Stat,
too.
man, look at it.
He won before Oakland, then won Oakland again that year, too.
All right. Well, look, here is our weekly prizes that are up for grabs. MSR gear set, jersey, pant, gloves, and a helmet. And here we go. All right. 2, we got E-Line Spending Spree. They make a lot of cool carbon fiber stuff. Bridgestone Battlecross tires, FXR Pro or Clutch Pro gear set. They got a lot of cool gradient stuff, liking that. 5th place, Fastway Air EXT motorcycle foot pegs.
Everybody could use those.
I've ran them before. They are very good. Cherry Spending Spree for 6. We got LS2 Subverter Evo helmet for 7th. Fly Racing casual package. Tusk MX tires, 1 front, 1 rear. I also run those. They're very good. And we got CBDMD.
CBDMD.
CBDMD package.
Coming in. Help heal you up.
And, of course, what else?
A $10 Rocky Mountain ATVMC gift cards.
Look at that. Frozen Gumwad just said he'll send me moose if I dye my hair. What? Dyeing it what? Dyeing it. Well, I already said I'd bleach it if Sexton won. I was going to hold to that promise, and he let me down.
I want either the soul patch or frosted tips.
At this point,
do it for the people.
The soul patch?
Did you see the meme that they made about you with the frosted tips, Chase?
They did?
Yeah, there's a meme in the Discord.
I will check it out.
You may not like it. It's kind of dog on you, but it's pretty funny.
You got thick skin.
I'm not worried about it.
Hey, Ryder D did look good. My gosh,
Oh,
won by
man.
like 30 seconds.
Don't do it.
Green for Anderson. I'm liking that one.
Green for Anderson.
Dye your hair green if Anderson wins. Let's
Oh,
go.
gosh.
You pull off that Grinch look.
I don't know. That's tough to do. All right. Well, look, remember, after this video is over, comment below. Let us know how many tickets you need for Glendale. Join the groups if you haven't already. There's the RM Fantasy SXperts group. If you want to see how you're stacking up to Christian and I, kind of a rough start to season. Christian, how many points do you have total?
Around 40.
All right,
It's not looking good.
Nothing new.
Malcolm was my
beating you.
only pick right so far.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, anyway.
Trainiacs group's rolling too, though. Make sure to look that one up.
Oh, that's right. We got a signed jersey we're giving away from Trey Kennard at the end of the year. So get signed up in the Trainiacs group. Let's see. If Anderson and Plessinger finish 1-2, dye your hair green and wear a cowboy hat. Let's get things under control here. Well, anyway, I don't know. Christian, Thursday, remember, we're going to be back here live, 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, to give you all the stats to help you guys make your picks for Saturday in San Diego.
Yep.
And then we're back to Anaheim, California for another Anaheim, and then to Phoenix.
Crunching them stats. Hang in there. It's been a rough couple fantasy rounds, but we'll smooth it out.
All right. Well, anyway, Christian, is there anything else we need before we let the people off?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We had an absolute blast, and we'll see you Thursday.